Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 79 of my podcast, Brain Dribble, where my favorite pollution has got to be light. Because if you think about light pollution, what it is, it's kind of like pollution light. You know, like if you remember back in the day on the iTunes store when there would be like the first apps came out, it was like the light version of it, and then you'd have to buy the full version. I feel like light pollution is like pollution light because it doesn't last. It's just if there's a light on, you can't see the sky that good, and it's like, well, that's not that big of a deal. I just turn it off. Light pollution is the only pollution that you can turn off, because I think all the other pollutions that we've created are too late. It's kind of too late for them to be reversed. You know, a global warming. This person that I know, like I was gonna say briefly. That's not really a phrase that you use to describe someone that you've known. You kind of know. I kind of know this guy. I like kind of know this guy who told me that he was going to fight fires in like wildfires, and I was like, dude. I mean, like, I didn't want to be negative, but I always am. I didn't want to be negative, but I was like, dude, the fires, you're fighting nature. Like, it's gonna win. You're not gonna put out the wildfire. Like, I don't understand why people even bother, you know? Why do people try and just like put out this fire that created naturally, like the sun caused it, and you're gonna try and no, we gotta put it out though. Like maybe I talked about this on a podcast a long time ago, but I was like, okay, so if we just like got all the firefighters from all across the land, and we just dedicated them to putting out all the wildfires, could we do it? If we took, first off, how do volunteer firefighters make money? What do they do to feed themselves if their whole job is volunteer work? Who pays them? This is something I don't understand. Who would sign up to willingly risk their lives for no money? It seems like a lose-lose. Like, I have to get up. I have to, like, you must really like helping people. There must be some kind of like thing where they actually low-key do get paid, because who would do that? I don't understand the incentive. I just want to help people for no money. Like, I want to help people too, but I gotta I gotta help myself, you know? Oh, it's just, you got so much excess. I just feel like being a good guy. And that's just what I'll do. How do volunteer firefighters make any money? Tips. Imagine standing outside your burnt down home, but like it was put out by this like one firefighter dude, but you still lost like everything, and you have like no money now. And this dude's like, hey, I work for tips. I put out your house. If you could, like, insurance will fork over the money for this. So you think I could get a little cut of it? And then that creates an ecosystem where there's an incentive for firefighters to start fires, because then they'll get tips for putting them out in time, and then they could even put them out like even quicker. Like, the response time is so close because he just like lit a fire and stood outside, and then they call the place what's it called, the firefighter store. They call the fire department, and the dude's like already outside, and so he gets a really good tip because nothing actually burned. And yeah, this is how firefighters make their money. So if you think they're heroes, they're not. They're really just starting fires, and they're starting from wildfires too, for this to be called to this noble cause that's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Dude, these fires like don't affect anyone. The wildfires are in the forest somewhere. Like I don't like where no one gets hurt by them. Wildfires are just somewhere else. They're not here, so that doesn't matter to me. Here's what I'm saying. Like Floridians, why, like, I don't mean to sound ignorant, okay? I don't want this to come off wrong, but just like, why are you still in Florida? What are you doing there? You know, I live in New Jersey and it's pretty temperate. Like, I've never worried about my life because of the weather, you know? If it were me, I would pay the premium to live somewhere that hurricanes don't happen, tornadoes don't happen, earthquakes don't happen. I mean, hurricanes pass through sometimes. Sandy was like the worst thing, but that was like 10 years ago by now. So like, you know, we get snow. That's about it. I don't know. There was some pretty bad flood, but like all things considered, if you have the choice to live between somewhere where there will be an earthquake or there won't be, there'll be there's not going to be a wildfire in New Jersey. Never happened. Not even once. Look it up. I'm sure it has. I see signs when I'm in the wooded areas that say protect yourself from forest fires. I'm like, I've never seen one. So yeah, firefighters, how do you make your money? What's your deal? How are you volunteer firefighters? What do you do for a living? You're just rich as fuck, so you're like, I need to help people less fortunate, to hopefully so people with money have no humanity, and so they volunteer themselves to hopefully just get like connected a little bit to real people, because money just removes you from everything. Once you have money, you're just like obsolete in terms of social things, you know? Well, you don't get our struggle, so go away. And then you're like, okay, I will go away because I can afford to. And then they go away and they're like, wow, this is great. I just have people somewhere else working for me. And where was I going with this? Money makes people. So yeah, they volunteered to hopefully get one shred of humanity. Because money, you got none. You got no humanity, fucker. This whole note was, oh yeah, my favorite pollution is light. How did we get here? I don't know. My favorite pollution is light pollution because you can turn it off. Yeah. The other pollutions you can't turn off. The world is already getting hot. So wildfires are going to become worse and worse. You're never going to put out, like we put out the last forest fire. It's like useless to even try because they're going to keep coming. And they're going to get worse and worse. This was the third hottest summer ever recorded. I looked it up because I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, even for New Jersey, like it was like a month straight where it was over 90 degrees. And it's like still 100 degrees in Texas and shit. Like, dude, shit's bad. Shit's real bad. And you know, I think we should fight light pollution because it's possible. Just turn off your lights at night, you know? Just live in the middle of nowhere where wildfires happen. Oh, I see. Okay. So the trade-off to living in New Jersey is you don't see the sky at night. everybody fled to the coast because it's nice here, and the price you pay is everybody being around you. You're never going to see the stars. Stars. You're never going to see a galaxy. So, like, you can see stars sometimes, but you're not going to see anything else. Like, not even anything in front of you. Sometimes it's just stars. Sometimes in New Jersey, it's just stars. You're not going to see anything except them. Light pollution is pretty dope, though. It doesn't harm anyone, never hurt anyone. This girl on this dating app said, "The way to win me over is to be yourself." Interesting, because all of her pictures had filters on them. It's a pretty double standard, if you ask me. Oh, I want you to be yourself, but that's not what I am. I'm just going to project what I want you to be onto you because I'm the prize, right? I have all the control. Oh my God, we're getting red pilled. Are we getting red pilled right now? I have all the control in this scenario. I'm the prize, right? So I want a man who works out. I want a man who does that. I want a man who does it. So I can just sit on my ass and just and just take it because I'm pretty. But I'm not even like too confident about how pretty I am, so I'm gonna use filters on all of my pictures. That's a red flag, dude. Maybe one if you like, but no. If otherwise, no. Yeah. Using filters is a sign of insecurity that my facial features are not good enough. This will cure me of whatever ailment I have that is growing on me. That is the way that I am. I'm not good enough. I must put on this virtual makeup, which is like way easier. So it's not even like an art form, because people say I just like look at the makeup, pay the people post the makeup because it looks cool. It's not even that. It's just oh, I don't like the way I look, and I don't feel like putting on makeup, so I'm gonna just go smooth, warm filter, and it's like grainy because it's artsy. They already made it. They made it to look like it's just catfishing tools. That's just ridiculous. I saw a porn where they had filters on, and I was like, no thanks. That's kind of weird. I don't like it. I don't like to think about. I uninstalled Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat anymore. We're just reverting back to just a solitary being, because FOMO is getting to me. That's something that Snapchat does, and you can only do that so many times before you're like, why am I doing this to myself? Why do I want to know what people are doing that I'm not? Because then I'm gonna start to feel all bad and shit, So I uninstalled Snapchat, don't have it. But I saw, a filter. Don't use that in a porn, please. That's no good. You know what else is not good? This phrase that I heard in one. So this might be TMI. So if you don't want to hear this, don't listen. Your boy likes like some dirty talk sometimes, right? So you look that up, and sometimes everything they're saying is fine. And then one line just hits so bad, and you just get like completely just soft as just completely no more of this, please. And that was so it was like some the commenting on how youthful the guy was or whatever, saying how you probably have a quick turnaround time. Oh man, dude, that one just like I had to take a cold shower after that one. That was just not great. Oh yeah, you probably have a quick turnaround time. The least attractive thing you could ever say to someone. I bet turnaround time, dude. Which is so funny because I've thought about it like that. Like that. I've thought about it like that, but I never wanted to hear anyone say it out loud. Like, no thank you. You probably have a quick turnaround time. Yeah, I could spin. I'm not 80. It doesn't take me 10 seconds to turn 180 degrees. I could spin. I could turn around. Yeah, just like one, because it's like business, like a turnaround time. We'll get it to you in 2 weeks. Within two turnaround. Oh yeah, you could come again in 30 minutes. It's a product. Your load. My load is a product. And I have a quick turnaround. Like, no thank you, dude. Keep that to yourself. I don't know. Sometimes, like, that would probably be fine in real life. That would be fine. But, like, to watch, my standards are a little higher, Come up with some better lines. If you have Roman numerals tattooed anywhere, really, but especially as a dude, on your chest, on your pec, if you have Roman numerals on your pec, if you have Roman numerals on your Josh Peck, you are an NPC. And it's just the fact of the matter is you just are. You're an NPC. Because no one's ever done that before. Oh, I'm gonna put a tattoo of a year. Good year. What was it? What the year you were born? Real creative. Yeah. I rep my year because I don't have to rep anything else. I'm from the suburbs. I rep my birth year because I just want everybody to know that I feel a little bit superior to them knowing that I was born in a different century. Mm-hmm. Anybody that's even a year younger than me, I just have that on them. I was born in 1999, dude. I'm old, But people who were born in 2000, not old. Not quite. They don't quite get it. They don't know what it's like to be a 90s kid like I do. I get it. I get it. They don't. So it's a little different. I'm just built different, and you don't really understand me truly. Like that's really what's setting it apart. It's the fact that you weren't born in the 90s. You weren't born in the 90s. You don't get it. You're trying to relate to me. Trying to form a connection, a bond between somebody who wasn't born in the 1900s. It just can't. I can't do it. I don't. It's impossible to really truly connect with someone like that for that reason. You just come out. You can't do it. It's not possible. If you've ever tried, you know. It's just generational thing. You wouldn't get it. I grew up with a laptop that ran Wizard 101 at 3 frames per second. So you don't quite get the struggle like I do. I remember a time before technology was good enough that it was convenient to use it. I remember a time where if you just didn't have a good enough computer, you couldn't be part of the cool kids club. You couldn't do what all the buddies were doing. You don't get truly what it was like to have the most recent game console you ever owned was a Wii. I got a PS2 and a Wii. After that, no more consoles. It was just computer. Because I'm just a PC gamer. You don't get us. We're a different breed. You don't, and that's maybe that's really the difference. Is that I grew up adjacent to Reddit. And then the other people, born year 2000 and after, grew up with TikTok. TikTok is like 3 years old. Not even. That's crazy. Dude, China won, and it's fine. You can, you don't need a country. You don't really need a country. Yeah, it's impossible to form a bond with somebody who grew up with TikTok because there's like levels to this ADHD shit, There's levels. I can't read a book, but I can have a conversation. I can't, I've maybe finished 2 books in my entire life. In fact, I was raised in a very religious household, so I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter because it was witchcraft or something. I don't know. But my mom called my bluff. She said if I wanted to, I could read the book. And I was like, that's weird. Why would you allow me to read the book and not watch the thing? Well, I got about 30 pages into the first book and quit. I didn't know what a cupboard was. And I was like, what? I thought, he lives under the stairs, right? That's what I was picturing. I don't know. I didn't really understand it. And I can like read a page, and then by the end of the page I was like, oh, I was just looking at words. I wasn't really forming ideas in my head, so I have to go back to the start of the page and read it. I'm not, but like, I can not go on my phone for more than 5 minutes. I can't read a book. I've maybe finished 2 books in my entire life, but I cannot go on my phone for 5 minutes. I feel like people born after me are just like more and more like ADHD and just can't form connections because they just have to be scrolling. They have to be doing something with their hands. If they're not like using a phone, it's got to be like a fidget thing. And I'm just like, spend time in your brain with me. Like let's have a conversation about something. Remember like when you were a kid and you'd have deep conversations with people or something, like there was no interruption. It was oh my God, I miss that shit. No interruptions. You can just like actually be present in the moment and not be like everybody's just constantly on their phone. I hate it, man. I hate it. I think that's why everybody sucks now. I think that's why everything is like this. Because something wasn't the same after 2019. Like 2020 was when things really just never are going to be the same again, and everybody's just going to live on their phones. Before that, it was possible to meet somebody who couldn't be on their phone. But it's hard now. It's really difficult nowadays. And yeah, so if you put filters on your dating profile, you're just probably post 1900s. You're probably a 2000s baby, and that's fine. And if you have Roman numerals tatted on your chest, you're an NPC. There's a lot of fake people out here. There's a lot of fake people out here. And like, do you just ever you hear a conversation, or you just see somebody on a dating app who's like, if loving this is wrong, I don't want to be right. And it says pineapples on pizza. Let's debate pineapples on pizza. What do you think about pineapples on pizza? Does no one have an original thought in their head? Where are they all conversing? Is everybody who has a dating profile, are they all speaking with one another, talking about, hey, we should, if for this prompt, since we don't know what to say, we're all just going to say pineapples on pizza. I can't make a conversation out of that. You gotta give me something like more of substance, because if you try to make a conversation out of that, you're basically wasting your time, because it can either be I don't like it or I do. Or for me, I say I'm recently converted because I never liked it and then I tried it for the first time and I was like, it's not bad. I didn't think I liked pineapples my entire life, and here we are in 2022. I figure out I do. I like pineapples, and I do like them on pizza. Ham though, bacon's probably better. Anyway, what do you say after that? I like it or I don't. Want to go get it? Want to go get it? Okay. I don't think yeah. Dating apps suck. Well, I don't know how long that was not recording, but that's the end of this episode. Goodbye.